Ancient Egypt pyramids, how they were built. Do you know that white limestones were transported from the Tura quarries along the Nile River to the Great Pyramid of Giza, the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu? Is it true? In 2013, papyri named Diary of Merer were discovered at an ancient Egyptian harbor at the Red Sea coast. They are logbooks written over 4,500 years ago by an official with the title Inspector, who documented the transport of white limestones from the Tura quarries along the Nile River to the Great Pyramid of Giza, the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu. By watching this video, you will know about who made pyramids and commonly known its alignment with stars, tombs of pharaohs in it, and alien theories, etc. These ancient marvels have fascinated people for centuries. One of the most common misconceptions is that the pyramids were built by slaves. Many people believe this because of historical depictions in movies or old stories. However, modern archaeology tells us that this is not true. The pyramids were actually built by a workforce of skilled laborers. These were not slaves but paid workers who lived in nearby villages. In fact, there is an evidence of workers being given food and even medical care. The workers were well organized and took pride in their work, knowing they were contributing to something significant. We don't know, but only connecting it to aliens is, I think, injustice. You might have heard that the pyramids are perfectly aligned with the stars, especially the Orion constellation. While it's true that the ancient Egyptians were very interested in astronomy, the idea that the pyramids perfectly line up with specific stars is exaggerated. The alignment of the pyramids is impressive, but it's not 100% accurate when compared to the stars. Many of the claims about perfect star alignment are based on modern interpretations that might not reflect the actual intentions of the pyramid builders. Why we think that ancient people were brutal barbarian type? Just imagine, after 3,000 years, people who may advanced than us calling us stupid. Will you like it? This is one of the most popular myths out there, the idea that aliens helped build the pyramids or that ancient Egyptians had some kind of advanced technology that has been lost to history. While the pyramids are indeed a marvel of engineering, there is no evidence to support the idea that aliens were involved. The construction techniques used by the Egyptians were impressive for their time, but they were based on simple tools and methods like ramps, pulleys, and a lot of human effort. The Egyptians were incredibly knowledgeable about engineering and mathematics, and they used these skills to build the pyramids. Still standing today after so much time. That's great. Another common misconception is that all pyramids were built as tombs for pharaohs, while many of the pyramids, including the Great Pyramid of Giza, were intended as burial places for Egyptian kings. Not all pyramids served this purpose. Some smaller pyramids were built for queens or other important figures in society. Additionally, not all pharaohs were buried in pyramids. Many later pharaohs were buried in the Valley of Kings, in rock-cut tombs. This shows that pyramids had a variety of uses and were not just for burying rulers. Why so much space for burial? Many people think that the Great Pyramid of Giza is full of secret tunnels and hidden chambers. While it's true that there are some inner chambers such as the king's chamber and the queen's chamber, the majority of the pyramid is solid. It's made up of millions of limestones blocks that were carefully placed to create the pyramid structure. There have been many theories about the hidden chambers, but so far no large undiscovered rooms have been found inside the Great Pyramid. Modern technology such as scanning devices has been used to search for hidden spaces, but the results have not revealed anything significant. Many people believe that the pyramids were built in a few years, maybe 20 or so, due to the sheer size and complexity of structures. In reality, building a pyramid took decades. For example, the Great Pyramid is estimated to have taken around 20 to 30 years to complete. This was because of incredible amount of planning, resources, and labor that went into building it. The Egyptians carefully organized their work with different teams responsible for quarrying, transporting stones, and constructing different parts of the pyramid. That must be very hard. Do you know that the Arab polymath Abdul Latif al-Baghdadi, 1163 to 1231, briefly entertained the idea that pyramids were pre-Adamic construction? When people think of pyramids, they often think of only ones in Giza. While the pyramids of Giza are the most famous, there were actually over 100 pyramids scattered around Egypt. Many of these were built during different periods and for different rulers. Some are smaller, less well preserved, or less well known than ones at Giza. But they all show the importance of pyramids in Egyptian culture and burial practices. Egypt is home to a wide variety of pyramids, each with its own history and significance. I think Pyramid of Giza is much bigger in size, due to which it is most recognizable. When we look at the pyramids today, we see them as sandy, brownish structures that blend in with the desert. However, this wasn't always the case. The pyramids were originally covered in a casing of smooth white limestone. This would have made the pyramid shine brightly in the sun, making them visible from far away. Over time, the limestone casing was removed either due to natural erosion or by people who reused the stones for other building projects. So the pyramids we see today are not in their original gleaming form. So time beat pyramid in changing its color. While it's true that the pyramids are made of huge stone blocks, many people don't realize that the stones used in the pyramids are not all the same size. The stones at the base of the pyramid are much larger than those used at the top. The lower blocks weigh several tons, while the stones near the top are much smaller and lighter. This clever use of different size stones helped the Egyptians manage the enormous task of building such a tall structure while maintaining stability. Lifting so much weight, that's incredible. Although the pyramids are closely associated with ancient Egypt, other cultures also built pyramids. For example, in Sudan, there are many pyramids than in Egypt, although they are smaller in size. The Kingdom of Kush, which was located in present-day Sudan, built pyramids for their rulers, showing that the idea of building pyramids was not unique to Egypt. Approximately 80 pyramids were built within the Kingdom of Kush, now located in the modern country of Sudan. Of those located in modern Egypt, most were built as tombs for countries' pharaohs and their consorts during the Old and Middle Kingdom periods. But why with word pyramid only Egypt came to mind? The earliest known Egyptian pyramids are found at Saqqara, northwest of Memphis, dating to the First Dynasty. Many ancient cultures around the world, including the Maya and Aztecs in Central America, also built pyramid-like structures, though they serve different purposes. The pyramids are incredible achievements that reflect the ingenuity and dedication of ancient Egyptians.